Good afternoon, ladies and menfolk. Welcome to episode 43 of Word Ninjas Live. We are a weekly live stream, except for the last week where we took a break, of writers who ramble about all sorts of ridiculous literary topics and usually derail ourselves and talk about writing prompts and all sorts of other good stuff. And as always, we always seem to have some sort of technical difficulties. Because why not?
It's more interesting that way.
Yes. I am your host and instigator of literary insanity, Charles, and joining me today is Will.
Hello!
And hiding behind his avatar is Calvin.
Oh, hi. I
And
have no video today, apparently.
Calvin is feeling shy today.
Or my webcam is.
Alright. After an entire week off, we are just about as prepared as we always are. So let's flail about in some talking points. Let's see. Talkie point number 1 for this week is not grammatically useful, but it's basically we want to discuss methods of being passionate about your creative endeavors, even when you're just not feeling it, which was unfortunately relevant for me this week, which was most annoying.
That must be going around then, because I had the same problem.
Yeah, I think it's contagious.
All I know is I was staring at my work, trying to write, and getting to the point of severe depression because I couldn't come up with what to write.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I have a lot of stuff that needs to be written, and there are deadlines to have them handed in, and those deadlines have gone by because it's not finished being written yet.
Ooh.
Yes. So why write words when I can be on a podcast instead? But yeah, when I'm really not feeling being creative, usually it pertains to writing, but just in general, I do have a backup plan for when things really do need to get done, but it's only so effective. I have I'm one of those annoying people that still uses iTunes. I seem to be one of the few nowadays, but I have a serious business playlist in there. So I just turn off the Wi-Fi or unplug the Ethernet cord, depending on which one happens to be working at the moment. I crank up the music. I also have started utilizing Write or Die 2.0, as it's gotten to that point. And then I get writing or just general productivity. But that only works in small sprints. Like I used Write or Die 2.0, I think 3 times yesterday, and I got about 1,500 words done, but I still have 1,000 more to go because I burnt out. That and I kind of went into a pizza coma after dinner. Hawaiian with jalapenos makes me sleepy. But on the plus side, I did get to hang out with itty bitty sheep, so that was worth it.
Nice.
How does Will and the semi-Phantom Ed deal with such talky points?
Uh, I just try to find alternative outlets for creativity. Like, I've been having trouble writing the novel, so I've been trying to do random crack with the characters, play out scenes in my head, or write out scenes in my head that would never fit in the novel. Not canon or semi-canon, or just, they'd happen, but they're not really relevant to the story, so play those out, maybe write those. maybe role play a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. What else did I say? Is basically don't let your creativity stagnate just because you're not feeling writing what you need to write. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately just because that's creative in a separate way. Building instead of writing. Reading helps too. Sometimes you just need a break. Doesn't help when you have deadlines, but my deadline passed for the next chapter of Roommate as well, and I have a page of that chapter written, and it took me hours of fighting with my brain in order to get that written, so yeah.
Yeah, my response to that kind of feeds into the next talkie point. But does Calvin have a response for this? By any chance?
Like at this point, at least with the last couple of months anyway, I've learned to just not fight with the muse. Like, because the muse wins every time. Every single time, unfortunately. But just to kind of circumvent my like lapses in creativity or desire, I just take to doing other activities that might spark something like Minecraft. Like Will said, Minecraft is fantastic for uh, getting some sort of creativity, and like that's a fantastic creative outlet, and also a good way to just kind of drone for a few hours. like you you really haven't lived until you've spent like 3 hours just cutting down like hundreds and hundreds of trees in your general vicinity of your domicile that you've put together. It's oddly therapeutic.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I've been just so much stone because I wanted to make something out of stone brick, so just so much stone.
You're talking to the one who wants to make his evil lair out of nether rack bricks or whatever,
Yeah,
without being in creative mode.
yeah. Yeah, I'm building a castle out of stone bricks in survival mode. It's a lot of stone, but I want to line the basement slash dungeon with nether brick, so. And it's, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 blocks tall, and pretty
Oh
big.
my,
So
that's going to be a lot of brick.
it's going to be a lot of brick. The castle itself is a lot of brick. I sent Calvin the dimensions the other day. What was that? I wrote that down somewhere. Maybe.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
do your
Uh,
new activities by any chance involve fighting crime at night? Because you sound like a sleep-deprived Batman right now.
who, me?
No, Calvin.
Oh, Calvin is the Batman.
No, I've just been like horrendously sick for the past 2 weeks.
Still, stop getting food poisoning and pollen poisoning and life poisoning. It's not good
I,
for you.
I think at this point it's just life poisoning. Because, like, there is honestly no reason for me to be sick right now. No reason in the world. But, like, a couple of days ago, I finally start feeling better, and all of a sudden, like, I wake up, like, feeling like I tried to shove a cactus down my throat.
That's not advisable.
And so that is why I'm sounding like Batman today.
Next time you fight Poison Ivy, don't let her put a cactus down your throat.
I think you should just embrace your eventual destiny of becoming the goddamn Batman. Oh, hey.
You might be
Hey,
right.
we see a Calvin now.
Nice glasses.
He looks
Thank you.
snazzy.
This is going. These glasses are going to be part of the ultimate outfit for ConnectCon.
Nice.
I like these because they look nice and they have a UV coating on them because it was only an extra $4. I paid like $25 for these.
Classy.
Not bad.
I got them from. Oh wait, I'll do shameless plug later.
Okay.
But it's a great website. It's somewhere in the middle of some foreign country, and it took a while. It took a while for these guys to get here. Just trying to get them through customs.
Oh my. Sounds like
But
they really are Batman technology then.
but getting back to the question, to the talking point, there's various outlets to try to spark the creativity. Minecraft, has been helping just picking up my guitar and trying to play like a lot of the old songs that I picked up from years upon years ago, like like half of the Incubus back catalog, because I pretty much know like how to play every song from Morning View, Make Yourself, and Part of Science. Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
It
Yeah.
just CJ is adjusting his fans.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was removing the fan from my window, so possibly some of the air will cool off this computer. Or maybe make it overheat. I don't know.
No, I'd heard just like complete dead silence, and I was wondering if my internet had cut out.
Nope, you are good.
Okay.
You spoke of your Incuba talent.
Yes, that.
Yes.
And also YouTube videos of various guitarists that I've been getting into. That helps. That helps tremendously, actually. Just for the very fact that I want to try to figure out how the hell they're playing these like ridiculous melodies on their guitar. So that helps me just try to get back in the swing of things a little bit. At least creative wise anyway. In terms of everything else, just trying to get like actual work done. That I just say like, screw everything else. I need to get this done. Deadlines have passed. Playtime is over. I just turn the TV off. There are some points where I just turn off the music and just like concentrate on the one task at hand.
And for our viewers and future listeners out there, post your comments and responses to the talkie point in the YouTube channel or wherever you're finding this. If you're a future listener, it'll be on our Libsyn page, or however the heck you pronounce that thing. Hello, future listener peoples. Comment. Talk to us.
Please.
All right. This conveniently kind of sort of rolls into talkie point number 2. Wait, that's the what if question. Scroll up. What is the right balance of feeding your muse through reading, gaming, playing, blah, 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 and actually creating your own writing or content or what have you? Because it's easy enough to say, just go write or make music or be creative, damn it. But there is a balance to actually be found. It's not just all, I'm going to create everything ever and use all of my ideas. You actually have to. Yeah, well, you're special. You actually have to use or like feed your muse every once in a while. Or for us, the context will make sense. Inspire your muse. Haha.
Ah, inside joke / reference.
For 2 out of 3 of us. Yeah, my personal balance seems to be primarily 2 parts feeding the muse to 1 part fresh content creation, or just like 1 part muse feeding to 1 part revising or poking at content already created. That seems to be the best equations that I've found, at least for myself. Because I need a lot more fresh content to create new content, or fresh ideas to create new content. But if it's already created, I just need a few little ideas or stuff to help make some connections and make it all work. Or I just need the Ninja Cube 2.0 to keep my interest.
You've been keeping Tess away from the knives, right?
I try.
Well, I went with percentages instead of parts, if that's all right.
Yeah, to each their own.
Each their own. Well, first, just want to ask, what doesn't feed a muse? I mean, I inadvertently feed my muses throughout the day just from doing normal things. They'll perk up. Just from mentioning things, seeing things, eating things.
I don't know, if you try to poison them, that might be bad, but...
Well, I don't try to poison them. But I suppose it'd be something rough estimate like, 65% feeding the muse, 25% actual writing, 10% editing and reviewing, and 2% butterscotch ripple.
Tasty.
Because none of the rest of that stuff's going to happen if your muses aren't happy and well fed, so that's definitely a majority of it right there.
I'm trying to make this so it's even with my lower third, but I'm trying to do it in mirror mode, and it's really confusing me. Ninja Cube is judging you.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Maybe it's for the best it doesn't go squeak.
There needs to be a cow print Ninja Cube that goes moo.
I'm just not allowed to have it.
Yeah.
No.
Do you not want?
No, I'm just not allowed. Cannot has, because I do this non-stop.
That would be you at the booth. Moo, moo, moo.
Alright, I'm supposing you guys would like my answer.
If you have one handy, otherwise we can vamp for a little while you think.
Basically, my balance is like 75% feeding, 25% everything else. It takes a surprising amount. I mean, if it really does take like a surprising amount of muse feeding for me to accomplish anything. It takes very little to get it started, but it takes a lot for me to get to finish anything. Like I could come up with like 4 measures of an idea right now, but there's the other 150, 200 some odd measures to complete the idea. So just trying to just keep the wheels going constantly, and that's for any creative endeavor that I embark upon. I'm still trying to find ways to like spark what what happened.
I'm reading an email, and we have things to discuss off air. Sorry.
Got it.
Continue.
Like I have to say like 75% just for trying to like write lyrics or stories or anything. 'Cause that is the hardest to come by for me. Even with all the muse foods that we I've taken a look at on the site, reading through the Word Ninja book, it's still very difficult for me.
Yeah, I've found creating some of our writing prompts is actually pretty easy. Utilizing them, not so much.
Hmm. Like those are good for sparking like quick little one-offs and like brain farts and things like that.
It's good for a lot of crack fic, but not much else at the moment. But even that is useful every once in a while.
Oh, that's pretty much my personal balance to get the spark going. And it also helps my muse when I'm not horrendously sick. It's hard to be creative when you're laying in bed, writhing in pain.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have much creativity to put down other than, oh god, it hurts.
Yeah, I could have written an entire novel's worth of that last week. With the occasional, please make it stop.
On that cheerful note, let's move on to the what if scenario for this week. If you could call upon any one character from any story at any time to help you with whatever you wanted, so basically no holds barred, any possible situation, scenario, or combination is plausible, who would it be, and what would you do with them or have them do? And then I didn't answer my own what if scenario, because why would I do that?
Well, I have an answer if you need a clever, convenient time distraction.
Hey, it's Wolf's turn.
Well, I was wondering if it was any story I've written or any story ever in the history of stories, first of all.
Neither.
Either. All right.
Personal
So,
preference.
personal preference. Well, just for my stories, I thought having Aiden around would be helpful to help with writing and editing. Though it might be odd to have him edit the story of his own life. Unless I can convince him it's a biography. Suppose it'd also be fun in the kitchen.
He needs to stay out of my kitchen.
Any story ever? I don't even know. I read a lot of fantasy stories, so I don't know how those people would help in modern times. Yeah, crazy battle-hungry dwarf at your side would probably be more of an inconvenience than a assistance. So, not so sure about that one. Yeah, I don't know.
My mind kept on going to someone like The Question or some other superhero who is really good at organizing and coordinating stuff to do all of our stuff that needs doing. And preferably one who has all the technology already on hand so that we don't have to give it to him.
We could go with Captain Hindsight if South Park counts.
Sure, why not?
He'll let us know what we should have done.
That's Justin's job.
Reality man.
Better than Powdered Toast Man?
I don't know. Powdered Toast Man was a pretty good superhero. And who doesn't like powdered toast?
True. I think for my own characters, if I could just hang out with one of them or have them help, it would probably be Burn from the Slash and Burn verse. Because she would actually, no, scratch that. It would have to be Ivy in this case, because she would be able to help with all of the trees and bushes of doom that I've been battling for the last month, trying to extricate from our house in the surrounding area. Because that's been my latest non-creative battle. Supposedly I was supposed to take out a bush that was right next to one of our, like the second front door that everyone uses that's not supposed to use it. It's not a bush, it's a tree.
Oh.
The roots go down more than 3 feet deep. I know that because that's how far I've dug. And I can't chop those up. We just have a very blunt shovel and a very blunt hacksaw, and I have no idea where our axe ran off to. So it would be nice to have someone who is a master of all things green and whatnot to kill it with fire. But if it was any other character from anywhere, probably a superhero with a really good brain to just bounce ideas off of or figure out how do we actually go about doing this.
So, anyone other than the Tick?
Oh god, no.
Alright, let's
I think
see.
even Batman Well would be better than the Tick.
Perhaps All American Made would be of plenty assistance. Just for at the very least, like whip you into shape.
Actually, we need Arthur. He's the accountant. He could actually figure out all our finances for us.
Why did I not think of Arthur?
No one thinks of Arthur.
It's sad, but it's true.
How about Mr. Exciting?
too exciting for me. I'm trying to figure out where the human bullet would be able to fit in the grand scheme of things, but
You can't have the human bullet without fire, me boy. So you need both.
that wouldn't be a bad package deal, but still can't figure out any like plausible use for them.
If we're going with awkward superheroes, what about the ambiguously gay duo?
They would just solve all of our problems in an incredibly awkward manner.
At least our problems would be solved.
It's better than what we do. We just don't solve them in an incredibly awkward manner.
And there's still just as many phallic-shaped objects.
I have no rebuttal to that one.
So Calvin,
probably
what will
true.
your character be?
I was trying to figure out how Kane from my hacker story would be able to make my life in any way better. I think he would be able to help me tremendously with work. At least take my place at my job so I can play catch up with all the other things that I need to do at home. He'd probably make for a good collaborator for music and things like that because he's just like a never-ending trove of ideas when he's not enacting random revenge on people. My only concern would be, like, I'm not sure how our personalities would mesh, as I feel we would kind of clash on certain things. Primarily, just primarily trying to stay out of trouble. Especially Kane's ability to, like I said, enact revenge, even for like the tiniest things. Trying to piss off a neighbor and like shutting down power to half the neighborhood. Something that he would easily accomplish without even thinking. So basically, working with him would be honestly more trouble than it would really be worth. Is anybody still there?
Yep.
Okay, Will's mic is very, very quiet.
Well, I had it muted.
Ah.
Same here, because my fan is in overdrive right now.
Ah.
And I don't know how much the mic picks up.
Mine apparently picks up everything.
It just sounds like...
I was going to say, it feels like it's been a good 60 episodes, even though we're on episode 43, since we've had Calvin on, so we want to let him talk.
Ah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Much appreciated. So it's just basically, it would be... I could get work done, but I wouldn't be able to get work done because I'd be trying to keep Kane from screwing everything up.
Sounds like when you and me work together.
That was much less collateral damage, though. There's plenty,
Usually.
but not to say that it wasn't any. Oh, there's plenty.
There's always collateral damage when we get together.
I can attest to that.
I think Ed was the collateral damage last time round.
Yeah. Poor Ed.
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all gotta fill me in on that.
Off air.
Oh.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I think that wraps up our answers for the what if scenario. For the listeners and viewers out there, post your own responses so that we can continue the conversations. Because we do enjoy talking to people other than just those on this podcast. We are actually social people, more or less. And we don't bite unless you pay us to.
Can't argue with that.
Indeed.
All right. With that segment down, that means it's time for the highlights reel. Which means I gotta. Okay, those are all loaded. Other screen, screen share. Oh, because we're doing that. New computers confuse me. Every computer works a little differently. Okay, so let's try this again. And then we push the button. And I'm going to ignore that because I presume that people can actually see my screen share.
Yep.
All right, good enough. All right, this week's highlight is the website / group Wayward Raven. They are a local, well, for me, since they're in Fairfield County, graphic novel group. They do not create all of the graphic novels that they produce. They actually kind of they allow submissions, so it's a little bit of everything. But they have a couple main series that amuse me. Right now they have The Huntress, which is it's the signed series. I guess issue 2 is The Huntress. But it's a lot about mythology and seems to focus a lot on Greek mythology. And it's an interesting take on that. The Horsemen one actually intrigues me because the Horsemen are a group of guardians saddled upon cybernetic steeds that gallop across the stars and protect the multiverse from a totalitarian force that wishes to extinguish free will throughout all space and time. Evil has plots within plots, but the Horsemen will ride even when internet struggles arise. And the artwork looks pretty cool as well. Basically, they have 2 issues of everything going on so far. And the reason this one was brought to my attention this week is because they have a Kickstarter going on, which actually did meet their goal as of yesterday. So yay for them. So now they're working on stretch goals, but it's basically they are working on raising funds so that they can come out with issue 2 of the signed series, and there's all sorts of fun benefits if you donate. And it is always fun to try and promote local groups and artists and organizations and all that. So if there are any, for our viewers and listeners, if there are any that you would like us to check out or promote or look into, by all means, send us an email or comment and let us know what we should check out. This is just one that happened to come across our Facebook group page this last week. So we thought we'd give it a look. So yeah, their website, their main one is, what was it? waywardraven.com. Nice and convenient. And they have links to the Kickstarter as well if you're interested. And it's all in our show notes conveniently on our website, which I presume is still up because it was as of about an hour or so ago.
Yes, it is.
Yay. But yes, that is the website highlight for this week. We do not have an author or YouTube channel highlight for this week, unfortunately. We're still working our way back into it after taking a week off. So, but with that, it's time for writing prompts. Because everyone needs writing prompts. It's time to rebalance your muse food versus actually creating content. Here are your content ideas. As always, every week we provide 10 one-liners, we provide 10 one-worders, and we provide a combination of Rory's story cubes for those that prefer a more visual, creative prompt. And as there is conveniently 3 people on the podcast this week, everyone gets a part. Does anyone have a preference to which part they are given? Or is it all mandatory volunteerism today?
Surprise me.
All right. How about the Calvin?
I think I'll do the one-liners.
All right. Then Calvin can kick us off after he's done coughing.
I'm done for now. All right, let's see here. One-liners for this week are as follows. Corporeal bodies are overrated. It's a yes or no question you can't answer with purple. Not even manga is as ridiculous as your life. He's as tone-deaf as a mime with a sore throat. I will defeat you. I feel like I should have said that one in a Batman voice. Where's the muffin buffet? It's definitely time for pizza. Stop spending my money on croissants. I'm gonna scale that wall. And finally, everyone is special. You're just weird. I think that last one can be said about all of us.
You know, I wasn't even hungry when I wrote these. I don't know why there are 3 food ones in a row. All right. I'm going to give Will the story cubes, so that means it's my turn.
Okay.
The one-word writing prompts for this week are confirmation, educate, slam, brunch, unabashed, chasing, sour, lava, telepathy, and slayer. I'm kind of afraid of what sort of story would be made out of chasing sour lava. That sounds dangerous and awkward.
All right, so the Rory's story cubes for today are, as I interpret them to be, some of them are very much up for interpretation. We have what looks like a nervous person peeking around a corner and covering his eyes but peeking from behind his eyes. Like he's trying to look but not look at the same time.
Yeah, just barely.
Something like that. Then we have a house. What I first thought was an afro wig, but I am now thinking is a cave entrance with a set of stairs going down to some dark and devious dungeon.
I kind of prefer the afro wig.
Yeah, well, it's up to interpretation.
I didn't see Afro Wig at all. I thought it was a golem with its mouth open.
As I said, these are open to interpretation. We have what appears to be a man drawing a picture of a man with a pencil. We have a person either throwing or catching a ball. We have Flash Gordon. Flash! Ah! It's a.
I really wanted to sing that with you, but my voice wouldn't let me.
It's
probably better for all of us.
The icon is actually a lightning bolt, but it made me think of Flash Gordon, so. No, I am not dating myself. And then we have a guy kicking a ball. And it looks to be the same blue ball, so he must be playing with the guy who was catching or throwing the ball. Yay, sports.
That's what I call synergy.
We have what appears to be an open trap door with what I think are a set of stairs heading down to a basement or something like that. And then we have a circus tent, which I suppose would go with the afro wig.
Once again, synergy.
Synergy. Flash! Ah!
I'm not going that high.
And those are the story cubes for this week.
And those overall are your Muse food prompts for this week. As always, if you happen to write a short story or flash fiction piece based off of any of these writing prompts, we would love to read it. You can conveniently send us a copy of your piece or the URL where we can read it to our email address, which is wordninja@fcwriters.com. And depending on the length and rating of it, we may read it on a future episode of the live show. Because I still want to do that, dang it. Alright, with that out of the way... Oop, not that. So I think we're actually done with the screen share. Let's take that off. And then look at the show notes. Because we're professional like that, and I already know what's going to happen afterwards, right? Oh, hey, it's everyone's favorite segment. It's time for goals.
Yay!
Yay.
Now, it does say how did last week's goals go, but none of us were around last week, and everyone's kind of been on at different times. So how did your goals go from the last time you were on the podcast?
I'm going to keep it simple and just say that I was able to accomplish all but one of those goals in this list here.
It's probably the last one then. I don't remember that one.
We did talk about that.
Oh, good on us then.
We talked about that during Sophisticated TGIF.
I vaguely remember that.
It must have been very sophisticated then.
It
Quite.
always is.
The one thing that I didn't get much headway on that I would have liked to was episode 35, Doom Edit.
I think that one's going to just haunt us for the next year or two.
Ugh.
Maybe once we hit episode 135.
I have made some headway with this horrendous mess in my room. I think I think the since the last time I was on the podcast, I built a new desk, a new office desk, and put together a uh, a gigantic wall-mounted shelving unit from IKEA, no less. That was actually a pretty fun project. And now I have more shelving than I honestly know what to do with, which is a good thing.
That
Because
won't
there's...
last long.
Hmm?
That won't last long. You'll fill it up easily enough.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this new setup here. The old desk was just way too big. I have everything nice and neat in the room. Opened up the room a little bit, so I have more space to cram stuff.
I kind of want to ask if it's a hanging desk, but you wouldn't get the reference.
That I do not.
We're going to be throwing those references around for a while, aren't we?
Probably. Until Calvin gets a chance to listen to the NSFWN episodes.
Which reminds me, I need to get you into the Minecraft server.
Which one of us? Or both?
You. I made you a present.
Saying you does not help specify which of us.
I made you both a present.
Okay.
Is this a present I've seen already? Because
I was just kidding, because Calvin, actually, you've already been in the Minecraft server since you helped me get it back up.
yes.
Though I did show you my other little secrets.
Oh my.
Tee hee hee.
On that note, Souls go.
How did mine go?
Hmm.
Let's see. Work on chapter 25 of Roommate. I would have, but then I got hit by the creative block of doom.
Ooh, doom.
Doom. Get back into editing Clash of the Storms. Nope. Not suitable for Word Ninja editing. Why, yes, that went out, didn't it? It should have.
It went out, and I posted it on the website, but I need to double check the XML coding of ridiculousness because it's not showing up on iTunes.
Oh.
The update on that is, though, we finally decided to invest in Libsyn to host all of that ridiculousness so that we don't have to manually edit XML code every single episode. So all of, we actually created a master page. Oops. So it's going to be for both podcasts. It's just the Not Suitable for Word Ninjas podcast episodes are the only ones up so far. Those can be found conveniently at a URL I will find later because I don't remember it offhand.
I believe it was something along the lines of inspirethemuse.libsyn.com.
Yes, it is that. I wasn't sure if Libsyn or Inspire the Muse came first. It is inspirethemuse.libsyn.com, and all 9 episodes are there. Oh, sweet, and the logos actually resized the way I wanted them to, so they're not 50 billion inches large.
Alright, so I also had a thing for do a book review. I did not do a book review, but CJ gave me another book to read, so...
I gave you 5 books to read.
You did give me 5 books, in one binding.
I was nice to you. I gave Justin a bag of books.
No!
Eep.
And then host all of the parties. I do believe all the parties were successfully hosted.
Indeed. And we even survived them.
We more than survived them, we even actually accomplished something.
Amazingly.
Except for me. I wasn't there.
You were there in spirit.
Hmm.
Barely that because I was fucking sick as hell during that weekend.
You were there in our hearts.
Writhing in pain with a fever.
Well, we
Needless to
definitely
know.
took over your share of the partying. I know that. And we have the recordings to prove it.
Mm.
That's going to be fun to edit.
I'm sorry you died in Dungeons and Dragons.
And then Justin ran away.
He ran away. I like how later he said, well, I was going to steal your stuff and then run away, but there was a wall there.
And then he was about to die anyway.
Mm.
So Calvin is going to have to come save me.
It shall be interesting to say the least. I really need to take a listen to those podcasts.
It didn't work well when you put two squishy characters without a tank up against enemies in general.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Yeah. What were my goals? My goals were coordinate and pack stuff for special secret meeting. Hey, I did that. And then Justin repacked it and re-coordinated it all. Survive another Doom week of Doomitude. I survived it. And now things are finally quieting down a bit. Sort of. Kinda. And then do an effing book review, dang it. I had 2 weeks to do that, and I did not do that. That's a bit of a problem. You'd think with only 3 goals, I should have been able to accomplish all 3 goals. So much for that.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Yeah. Mainly finals. Finals happened.
Were you able to survive all of those?
Yep, all 3 of them for 2 classes. Because that math makes sense. Yeah, I'm just going to answer your ridiculous face. One of them had a take-home final, and then an in-class final.
That's cheating.
That's just awful.
And the take-home final took me approximately 20 hours when all was said and done for the amount of time I put into it, and I got a 66.
Oh.
Yeesh.
But all is well and good, because I got an A- in the class. So
Nice.
I'll take it. And with
Well
previous goals handled, now it's time for upcoming goals. I've kind of split my various goals apart. I need to compile stuff for various secret meetings. So many secrets for so many meetings. And this coming Friday is MomoCon.
Your, not to distract you, but your code names for your secret meetings of secretness are very intriguing.
Yeah, we have Indigo, Meerkat, and Pickle secrets. And you shall never know which one is for which project.
I don't even know, I don't know what any of those could be applying to.
Someday you might.
I don't know if I
actually
want.
happen.
I don't know if I want to.
Bad.
I'm just considering keep quiet. That might be for the best.
Probably. But yeah, compile a lot of stuff for a lot of things that are in the works. And this is before we even gotten to conventions, so things are going to be even crazier after that. Like MomoCon, I am going to try and attend as many panels as is appropriate for this group and just for the fun of it, because they have everything. I really hope I can catch one of the panels that has Pinky and the Brain, because that would be hilarious. and then networking with all the peoples. And of course, try and get some photos or some recordings done as well to post up on the website. And my other goal, which is just going to be ongoing, is Connecticon inventory. Mainly buttons, booklets, and the whole battle strategy, because we kind of need one. Would be useful, preferably before Connecticon happens.
Mm.
Basically, be figuring it out in the hotel room Thursday night.
Shush.
While pacing back and forth, saying, muttering to yourself, fuck, 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 fuck.
I don't have to mutter it. I already posted it in chat.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I saw that.
You certainly did, yeah.
And I probably said it on a couple of recordings by now.
But you did have me edit out those whole 5 minutes.
Eh, that's going to be the bloopers reel.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That's just going to be the CJ Squares track 1, 2, 3. But yeah, those are my upcoming goals. And I say upcoming because I'm not going to be around next week, obviously, because of MomoCon, so I don't know when I'm going to update next. How about... Let's go backwards. So it's Will's turn again. What are your upcoming goals?
My first goal is to wage war with my muses and hopefully get started on working on Chapter 25 again, without crippling depression.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
It's-
It should be avoided at all costs.
It's definitely not productive. Return to editing Clash of the Storms. I'm actually wondering if I get into editing Clash of the Storms, it might help. Because I don't have to actually write new material, but I'm still working on writing. Maybe that'll help get the gears going again. Booklets! That'll involve talking more with CJ, I think.
Yeah, we need to strategize about that.
Yes, all of the booklets. And all of the nuts suitable for Word Ninja editing. I'm assuming you need another chapter by the 30th.
Yes, we need to actually talk off air about what do we want that one to be.
Indeed.
If it's just going to be more driving rants, or if it's going to be the failed hilariousness that was D&D.
Could be very
Something else
entertaining and a nice change.
Mhm.
And then there's flailing about in preparation for Kineticon.
There's going to be much of flailing.
That's why I'm going to get my flailing started now.
It's a good plan.
2 months of flailing.
Shall I join in?
Yes.
I think yeah, we're all going to be flailing about for the next 2 months.
Mm.
Especially since I have to lead a panel.
Eat.
Yeah. We get to talk about that off air
Yeah.
because reasons.
Because it's an 18-plus panel?
Well, because of email reasons.
Ah. And that's all I could think of for now.
All right. And how about Z Calvin?
Basically, I'm just going to be playing all of the catch-up for the coming weeks because being sick for a week and a half kind of set me back. It really felt like that set me back like a month.
Yeesh.
So this week is just going to, well, not even this week, just tonight alone will be playing catch-up.
Well, we'll try not to hold you up too much afterwards.
Yeah, but I definitely need to get up to speed with matters of this company here.
Hmm. Yeah, we do have updates. Yay, updates.
Yeah.
Such a thing as a down date?
I don't know.
As opposed to an update.
Well, then that would imply that there's also a left and a right date.
There could be. Matters for another time.
Yeah, that's a talking point within itself. All right. Oh, hey, events. There are too many of them. Let's see. This coming week, so next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, myself and our affiliate Fairy Tale Podcast will be attending MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia. You should definitely come check it out if you're in the area. There's more panels and workshops and special guests and peoples and everything than you could possibly handle, especially since they're in 2 hotels this year, not just 1. They have an actual app this year. They updated their app so you can actually make your own schedule of all the stuff you want to check out. I think I've quintuple booked certain times because there's just so much going on and overlapping. So that's going to be interesting. And the same weekend in... Oh, where the heck is that one? I really should write those down in the show notes. Next weekend, the same weekend, our other affiliate, Itty Bitty Sheep, is attending Animazement, which is in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you happen to be in that area, you should attend that one and go say hello to Itty Bitty Sheep because she is fantabulous and she will draw fantastic art for you. And the weekend after that, because May isn't over yet, surprisingly, Calvin and myself will be flailing around awkwardly at Book Expo America at the Javits Center in New York.
Yay.
Yeah, no dying allowed before then. I do not want to solo this. I need co-op.
Achievements in co-op.
I think I should be okay for that. At least I'm hoping I am.
I hope
Trying to
so.
be sick. Jeez. Still gotta cobble together the equipment for that. And by equipment, just the microphone.
Yeah, and the same weekend as Book Expo America, our affiliate Itty Bitty Sheep is doing the Hartford Comic Con, which is in Hartford. So if you're in New York or Connecticut, you should check out either of those conventions, because both are worth it. And then we actually get a whole month off to flail about awkwardly, because then Connecticon happens. We're just...
Dun, dun, dun.
All of June is going to be talking about Connecticon, basically. So we're going to save that rambling for then. All right. And all other events that we're attending or looking into are in the show notes for each episode. So just go to the website, fcwriters.com, check out the Word Ninjas Live page, and it's all there with links to each event. If you want to check it out, find out where it is, when it is, how much it costs to go. If you do happen to catch any of us at any of these conventions, by all means, say hello. It would be nice to meet listeners and viewers and people who are aware of us. All right. I keep forgetting to prep for this one. Does anyone have a D6 handy? All I have is a Cthulhu die.
I grabbed it in advance.
Yay. I'd rolled the Cthulhu die, but that wouldn't really help us.
There aren't any actual numbers on the Cthulhu die, just
Yeah.
symbols of insanity. Alright, so rolling the die. 4.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This week's episode is brought to you by Ed, our resident alchemist, who I hope is still open for artistic commissions. Presumably, potentially, possibly, maybe.
Yes, artistic commissions are still open. Always open. You're sponsoring today.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yay.
All I hear is an upset Ed. Too bad you're promoting this week's episode, whether you like it or not. You can check out his Tumblr for details and examples of his work and pricing. I can personally recommend that you do not request 50 billion headshots in one image. He will smack you. But if it's something a little simpler than that, then by all means, reach out to him, because his work is very good and worth it. It has to be good. It's sponsoring this episode. And if you, listeners and viewers out there, would like to show your appreciation, because if you were entertained in any way, shape, or form by our ridiculous shenanigans, you can show your appreciation via various methods. One easy way is subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this, you're already there, so that's nice and easy. You can also comment and thumbs up or thumbs down if you really, really want to any of our videos. And we have more than just live stream on there. We also have some book reviews up there and author interviews when we get them. I think after Book Expo America, we may have a few in the works, or at least that is the goal. And if you want to get really fancy, even though this show and all that FC Writers does is privately funded, we do have a PayPal donation link conveniently set up on the Word Ninjas Live page. And if you happen to donate certain amounts, we give back to you as way of thanks. So, for example, if you happen to donate $1, I mean, who doesn't have $1 nowadays? Most people still have $1. If you were to donate that $1, you would get a shout out on a future episode. So you could promote your own site, social media account, podcast, or you can just say hello to us if you'd like. If you were to say give us $5, you can ask a talkie points question, a what if scenario. You could provide an author, publisher, YouTube channel, or a website to highlight on a future episode. And if you go really crazy and donate $10, you can sponsor an entire episode and join us live. So if you want to actually talk to us in real time and interact with us via webcam and mic, $10 will get you in. The only specification for that, well, the specifications for that are you need the webcam and the mic and the internet to accomplish that. And if you do happen to be under 18, please provide parental consent, because otherwise parents can get cranky. And we don't want cranky parents. That's never fun. And with that, unless anyone has some last-minute commentary, questions, or stuff they want to say, we are going to start wrapping things up.
Yeah, I was supposed to be plugging the website where I got these snazzy glasses from.
Oh yeah, you should do that.
Paulette.com. Very good quality glasses. Very, very incredibly inexpensive. And they can they have a page on the site where you can do a virtual try-on of the various glasses, styles of glasses. So if you have a webcam, you can put your face up and they'll try to superimpose as best they can the style of glasses that you want to take a look at. And if you like said glasses, you have your various options of having just like a standard non-prescription lens, or if you know what prescription you use, put in the prescription yourself, and they'll set the lenses for you. Just a heads up though, it is a foreign company, I believe, somewhere in Europe. It's either Germany or Denmark. So all of the lenses will, excuse me, all of the glasses will be coming from overseas. So be prepared to wait. I'd say about 3 weeks. So it can, 1, get here, and 2, pass customs. So that is my plot for the day.
I would wear 3 or 4 of those styles. Those are nice.
They are very nice, like really, really snazzy glasses.
You get them in prescription.
Mm-hmm.
I would need that.
Yes.
Even have progressive lenses too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. They have glasses for $9.99? Goodness.
The $9.99 glasses really aren't that bad either.
Why are the Diablo glasses green and not red? Since when is Diablo green and blue? That seems counterintuitive.
I don't pretend to know. Oh yeah, another nice thing. If there are incentives, if incentives are one thing you like, shipping to anywhere in the world is $5.
That's pretty sweet.
Do a quick super quick screen share of the website. Let's see. You got glasses for her. You got your various categories of glasses. If you're feeling trendy, you want to go for a classic. You've got wooden frames too. Some of the wood frames look pretty nice as well. Like the marquee glass, the marquee frames here.
I missed the wooden glasses. Oh my.
I'm kind of partial to these here. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Exquise, perhaps.
Sure, why not?
But I'm into pseudo square frame glasses, and these are right up my alley. So yes, Palette.com. Check it out if you need some glasses and are willing to wait a little bit. Personally, I feel it's definitely worth the wait. And back to me. Hi there.
Oh, hi. Anything else we want to pimp or talk about before we wrap things up for this week?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right, then with that, we are going to wrap things up for episode 43, which means it's time to tell people who are we, anyway, and where can they find us on the internets. Let's do Will.
All right. Excuse me. Well, you can find me usually on Tumblr. I have a personal Tumblr account at darkohm.tumblr.com, Darkhom is spelled Darkhom. I also have a writing Tumblr called myroommatesAstripper.tumblr.com, where I post all the story-related and fan art-related things from My Roommate's a Stripper, which is my novel thing in progress. Both of those are not safe for work. I also just opened up an Ask blog for Roommate called asktheroommates.tumblr.com, where you can interact with the roommates directly.
Cool.
I pretty much never use it, but you can find me on Twitter at @WillGranville. I also have a Sofurry account at darkhom.sofurry.com. It's not safe for work, but you need an account to view not safe for work stuff. And I am kind of open to writing commissions. You can find information on my personal Tumblr account about that.
And how about Z Calvin?
All right. You can find me at my personal website, calvin.cwillia.ms. It's basically Calvin C. Williams spelled divvied up all fancy and internet-like. You can also find me at the music website Riffraff, which is riffraff.net, riffraf.net. You can find me on Tumblr at instacal.tumblr.com. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ccwii. And if you're interested in hearing some of my musics, you can go to soundcloud.com/cdubny. And there you have it.
All right. As for myself, where can I be found? Show notes. You can check out my zombified Twitter handle, silver_wolf85. I put that underscore in there just to confuse people. Keep a lot of people upset because they can never find me. You can also check me out on the Fairy Tale podcast Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Time as Makarov. They have their own YouTube channel you can check out. I have a personal Tumblr, fancypantswolf.tumblr.com. That is NSFW-ish. 90% of the time it's fine. Every once in a while I'll throw something in there that might make it awkward if you look at it at work. And for all things full coverage writers, you can check us out at our website, fcwriters.com. Our YouTube channel is, we just created a short link to make it easier. It's wnja.us/YouTube. Or you can just go to YouTube, search for Word Ninjas Live. We show up. Our literary Twitter handle is at fcwordninja. Our literary Tumblr is fcwordninja.tumblr.com. Facebook, facebook.com/fullcoveragewriters. And for anything and everything else, you can just email us. Our address is wordninja@fcwriters.com. And with that, we're going to wrap up this episode of Word Ninja Live. Tune in next week for episode 44. Until next time, go be creative or productive or something.
Yes, what he said.
Bye!